One of the people involved in yesterday's crash that killed 5 people near Frankstown was driving a stolen car. Thanks for joining us. I'm Alexandra Lewis. CSP says the car was reported stolen from Aurora just hours before the crash. So far, authorities believe the 31-year-old man from Denver lost control of the stolen Toyota on Highway 83, went off the shoulder, got back on the road before rolling into the northbound lane. He was thrown out, ejected from the vehicle, hit a Ford Fusion head-on. The driver of that Toyota died there on the scene. The 35-year-old driver of the Ford died on the scene as well, along with 3 children who were in the back seat of that car, an 8-year-old boy, 12-year-old boy, and a 12-year-old girl. 2 other children in the Ford are in the hospital this morning with critical injuries. Everyone in the Ford was from Colorado Springs. A state investigation shows a climbing guide who died in Idaho Springs in September was to blame for her own death. 26-year-old Olivia Copeland fell and died September 20th, during a Mount Blue Sky via Ferretta course tour. A report from the state agency that regulates amusement rides found Copeland was not properly connected to the rope and was not wearing the right footwear. That report also found the company she works for, AVA, did not properly train staff and did not properly maintain records. The company CEO told us she does not agree with the findings of the investigation and says the company will meet with the investigator and her supervisor to address their issues. A separate investigation by OSHA is still happening. A woman is in the hospital after being stabbed inside a Highlands Ranch home early this morning. It sparked a shelter in place near MacArthur Ranch Road and Wagon Box Circle. Delco Sheriff's deputies found and arrested a person for the stabbing, but no other information was released. Authorities expect that victim to survive. We've learned the recent outage of the emergency notification system, Code Red, was the result of a cyber attack that may have compromised Coloradans' personal information. Delco is among several areas, different counties that use it, and residents who are signed up are advised to change their passwords. Delco officials say they'll be finding a new company, but realize there will be some concern moving forward.
Obviously, we want folks to opt into this system. We think there's a lot of value in it. But if people choose not to because they don't trust it, we respect that as well. The hope is that with a new company and that we're not staying with Code Red, just hoping that they can get the issues fixed, that'll help maybe some of the trust issues that are there now.
Code Red did not respond to our questions last night. Safety officials with Delco say until they get a new company, they'll be going door to door and using social media to keep people safe and informed. Oh, what a wonderful sight. More snow in the mountains today, but obviously none here in the metro just yet. Flurries have been flying near the tunnels at Loveland, and we're going to get some temperature dips in the metro. It's chilly out there. It feels like it's just getting colder and colder today, Jayden Knowles. What do you think?
Yeah, that's right. It is pretty chilly. That's because of that cold front that we did see early on this morning. It's also bringing some gusty conditions towards the northeastern portions of the state, talking about Sterling and parts of Holyoke as well. But taking you day by day on really what to expect, noticing today a lot cooler, only 44 in my forecast. But then the good news, we're starting to warm back up just in time for Thanksgiving. 55 degrees on Thanksgiving, then 58 by Friday. Noticing those orange boxes are still there for Saturday as well as Sunday. We're still talking about the potential of seeing our first measurable snowfall and, of course, just the cold temperatures. We're tracking that Arctic blast for Saturday and Sunday and lingering into Monday. Cold, extremely cold temperatures and hopefully some snow. We're going to break all that down for you here shortly. But looking at current temperatures, still just in the upper 30s, 36 degrees in Centennial, 39 in Central Park, 38 right outside in our 9 News backyard. And as I mentioned, we're not going to warm up a whole lot. Here's your forecast for today, only the low 40s. And later on in the show, we'll talk about exactly what we're going to expect for this weekend and what to expect for your holiday, because I know a lot of people are traveling this week. So we're going to break all that down for you and much more later in the show. Alex?
All right, Jane, thank you. More headlines here for you. They joked about shooting migrants and were fired, but now 2 of them have new law enforcement jobs elsewhere in Colorado. Megan Joy, Scott Perschetti, and Rodrigo Basurto were all fired from the Denver Police Department last year. They made jokes in a text thread about target practice at migrant shelters. 9 News Investigates learned Basurto just got hired as an officer in the city of Sheridan, and Perschetti is now with the town of Keensburg, just south of Greeley, in training to be a school resource officer in that district. That doesn't sit well with at least one migrant advocacy group.
Those are the people, the face of the department. And sometimes these are the first times kids have any interaction with the officer. And of course, it's going to get out that he was fired for making some racial comments. And it's going to be disturbing to some of the kids that are there.
The chiefs of police who hired those officers each told us they believe in second chances, and the two officers are excelling in their new roles. Records show the other officer, Megan Joy, has kept her state police certification but isn't currently working in law enforcement. Earlier this month, Bank of America found that 1 in 4 American households are living paycheck to paycheck. A new survey of Coloradans shows nearly a third are struggling to afford basic necessities, things like housing, food, healthcare. Renters are getting hit the hardest. The 2025 Colorado Health Access Survey found 11% of Coloradans had trouble paying their rent or mortgage this year. But 48% of renters report affordability problems compared to just 27% of homeowners. Here in Denver, eviction filings tell a similar story. The Denver metro area has seen just under 14,000 eviction filings so far this year. That's slightly down from last year's 16,000, but still drastically higher than pre-pandemic levels.
This decrease obviously is important to celebrate, but it's not enough to show us that there's a significant change happening.
The survey also found that more than a quarter of Coloradans put off health care due to cost, and 1 in 10 didn't have enough to eat.